and I am here with Going Green TV. Welcome to another fantastic interview. Now, we have very, very special guests today. Miss Tara Pierce, who is actually part of the reason behind Going Green TV to begin with. Now, Tara, fill us in. Give us a little bit of a snippet. Where did your involvement with Going Green TV start?
Oh gosh, well, I created the Project Eco Brand Network as a green business network, a way to bring together all the green businesses and groups that were here in Las Vegas, giving them a kind of a platform to start to connect with one another, to bring issues and topics and discussions, and create awareness around green issues in Las Vegas, which about a year and a half ago when we started this, there wasn't anything like this. So, and through that, I met Cindy, who was standing behind the camera.
Hey, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy, who has since become a business partner and very true friend. And we do some great work together in promoting green issues and causes and businesses, and the rest is history, as they say.
Okay, so Project Eco Brand. Now, we have some people who are online at the moment watching this. What's the website if they want to check it out while we're talking?
It's projectecobrand.com. And that is, it's a social network, so it's kind of like a Facebook for greenies, if you will. So you can join for free, and you can set up a profile, which is a great way to promote your business if you are a green business owner. And you can join discussions, you can start discussions, another great way to promote your business or organization. And you can post videos and photos. You'll see a lot of photos from previous events that we've put on, and various topics and business issues to just learn more about how you can go green, about what's happening in Vegas, who some of the players are, and then you can also make friends, so to speak, by connecting with other members on the network.
Cool. Now, you're not going to get off the hook either. Every one of these, we actually delve a little into the person behind the person.
Boy, I don't know if we want to go there, but okay.
I know, believe me, I know some of this. We really don't want to go there. But, so now, you grew up originally like upstate New York.
Yes.
And so always very involved in alternatives and green and...
I have always been environmentally conscious. I grew up with a mother that was a hippie. So she has...
And Mum, you did a good job. It rubbed off.
And a lot of, I guess I was conscious but not aware of my consciousness, so was always trying to minimize waste and things. Recycling, recycling in New York is commonplace, not so much here in Vegas. So there's things like that, but yeah, I was very fortunate to grow up on a big old farm, with lots of grass and green, and a lot that you take for granted when you move out to the desert. But what really my kind of shift towards sustainability and green, and what really drove me was an experience that I had at Springs Preserve, actually here in Las Vegas, and their sustainable architecture tour. I was doing a lot of work before, shifting into creating the Project Eco Brand Network and really focusing all my efforts professionally on green business. I was doing a lot of work in the real estate industry and market, and as that was, really starting to kind of slow down, set up and said, okay, what do I want to do next? Where do I want to go? What's my passion? What do I want to do for the next 20 years? What do I want to specialize in? So just by chance, there was actually the solar, there's an annual solar home tour that was meeting up at Springs Preserve. And ironically enough, I didn't sign up the night before, and they were, saying that they were going to sell out of tickets. So when I got there that day, they had sold out of tickets. So I couldn't actually go on the solar home tour, right? So I ended up doing the sustainable architecture tour that they had around Springs Preserve. And it was kind of serendipitous that, after all the work that I was doing in real estate and working with developers that were building, these kind of cookie cutter homes and projects, all of a sudden my eyes were opened up to these alternative ways of building that have been used for for centuries, but just were not commonplace today. And so for, at that moment, I was just absolutely enthralled with green building, and now, getting involved with alternative transportation and cooking, and there's so many aspects of green and that to explore. So for me, it's just a great fit.
Okay, now I have a question though that comes to transportation.
Yes.
And how that fits with green, because you have a slightly, now I mean, this tiny cute little pixie here has an alternative sport.
An alternative sport and alternative mode of transportation.
Yeah.
Very fuel efficient.
Very fuel efficient. How do you actually
two wheels?
Yeah. How do you actually combine the whole thing of motorbike racing with a green consciousness?
Okay, so that is a challenge in some regards. Although motorcycles, which is my first passion in life, motorcycles are actually a very efficient alternative mode of transportation, right? 50 miles to a gallon versus your 20 to maybe 30 you'll get in a four-wheeled vehicle. So how do I combine that? We work with, we try to find, it's really interesting and fun, because we try to find those that are involved in alternative transportations, whether it be green bio oils, or I actually was interviewed on a radio show this morning, and had a chance to talk with the owner of Kilocycle, which is an electric drag bike. I mean, he holds a record for electric drag. Yeah, so cool.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as an electric drag bike.
So there's a lot like that the general public is just not aware of.
Yeah. And now, speaking of that, so coming back to Project Eco Brand, which was where we started with this interview, what are the sorts of businesses that would be using your services, and what sorts of services are you providing?
Okay, so that's a great question. That can range anywhere from a business that is trying to figure out how they can improve their operations to become more sustainable, more green, and save money. We always like to, being green is great, but what does that mean? So on one hand, it's definitely making more environmentally responsible choices. But the other thing is it's reducing waste streams, and that in turn reduces your costs. Yeah. So that's huge, and there's so many processes and businesses that they take for granted that they've been doing for so long, not really sure where it started or whatever, but there's steps in that process that can be eliminated, so you're more efficient and you're greener. So that's one side, helping existing businesses to become more green. The other side of it is helping green businesses to, initially Project Eco Brand started to help green businesses kind of get out of that environmental niche and reach mainstream, market and clients. So helping to promote those businesses, we do that through events like First Friday, through internet, promotion and marketing, through social media. So it's really a combination of those two, helping businesses to become green and helping green businesses to find new clients. So.
And again, so the website
is projectecobrand.com.
And that's ECO brand, projectecobrand.com. And you're located where?
At the Arts Factory and the Green Outlet, Suite 101.
And the telephone number is?
My direct line is 702-556-8619.
Cool. I'm Leigh St John, and you've been watching Going Green TV with Tara Pierce. Thanks. See you again next time. Bye.